Ooh, hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to your Tuesday Beyond Karma show here on Beyond Mystic with me. I am Crystal Yardley, and I am so excited to be here with all of you today. Still a little nervous, but so excited. I have the incredible Coco in the background that's helping me out with some comments, but I am determined to do all the slides on my own today. So thank you for being here with me and for joining me from all around the world. It is beautiful to have you. How's everybody doing? Big energies out there. Big energies out there. I can feel it in my heart and in my power center. And I'm curious if any of you are feeling this as well. Hello, Maria. I'm so glad that you made it. If you're able to put up your question from earlier, please do when I get to questions. If not, I also have it here to be able to respond to. So I'm glad that you're here. Before I get too far, I'm just going to do a little bit of shout out stuff here to start with. Just encouraging everyone to please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Check out the Beyond Mystic YouTube channel. We're also casting from Rumble as well. Two incredible places to check things out. As many of you know, the Rumble channel is also a really good place to catch full Beyond the News and additional interviews that are not able to broadcast completely to YouTube. So both great places to follow and to like, share, and subscribe. And here we go. If you're interested, and I would love to meet and work with many of you, I invite you to book a consultation with me, an intuitive tarot card reading. It is an hour session, and oh my goodness, time flies when we're diving in together. And therefore, it is all recorded for you to go and listen to and review at your own speed. And those are open for booking right now. So I'd love to see you there. Please head on over to Beyond Mystic to book your consultation. All right. With that being said, let's get into the show today. Maria, I see you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to start off with just, well, as it's called Beyond Karma, let's do a little bit of chatting about karma. A point here to karma, inner self-development work prepares us to show up with the best version of ourselves to meet life's numerous ongoing challenges, creating good karma. And I wanted to speak to this a little bit because one of my, I guess you could say, purposes in life and paths that I have been walking, and as you can see in the consultations, is that I am really here to support all of you and the collective in doing this inner self work. And why are we here to do this right now, right? And is it just, one of those inspirations could be, yeah, it is the work that we do internally could potentially clear challenging karma that we've had that has accumulated throughout this present life and in past lives as well, potentially. And I know that through some comments that you've had that I've seen, that it could be potentially challenging to speak to past lives because not everyone remembers their past lives. And, who are we to say that we could figure all of that out? I certainly am not necessarily the expert on that. However, I really appreciate all of us being here to be able to explore this topic together. So I'd be really curious to know what all of you are doing to dive into some deeper self-development. What lights you up? What do you feel has driven you karmically in this life to show up and to go deeper and to do the work? Hello again, Crystal. Looking forward to the show. Thank you for being here, Adele. Thank you for everyone for being here. And I would love to dive into answering some questions. So let's do that. And let's just kind of roll back and forth. I don't want to be necessarily too structured here. As many of you know, I am also covering some good news, and I have some excellent stories for you today. Both of them are youth that have these beautiful successes to celebrate. So I look forward to sharing those with you. So please do tune in and stick around. Okay, I'm going to start off with Maria's question. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your question and your vulnerability. And I'm going to pop my cards up here. Da, 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 da. I'm doing it. And I'm actually going to make those. Whoop. One more time here, Crystal. I'm going to make those bigger. Yeah. Okay, so Maria, today is my mom's 3rd anniversary leaving the earth plane. Blessings to your mom on her journey in the afterlife. Does she have a message for me and her family? Oh, her loves, she would say. Yeah, her loves, right? Thank you so much. Well, thank you for your question. And although I can say I don't call myself especially a medium, that is not necessarily the natural gift that I came in with, that I hasn't come through fully yet for me. However, I am so happy to tune in with this, and I have much experience in loss and in the grief and the beautiful celebration, as you may have heard me share on Coco's show on Friday, how beautiful it is to share these stories of our loved ones and to honor them together. So Maria, we call in your mama. Let's see what she has to share today. And thank you, everyone who is tuning in with Maria and I as well, and opening these gateways for these messages to come through. Let's go here. Okay, look at these beautiful golden cards. I want to speak to that first and foremost. I see a lot of light around your mom. Oh, I feel this like where her spirit is very light now. And I feel like she gets to experience the world in and the world as she looks to you, her loved ones and her family. She gets to see it through this sort of carefree, light, curious lens now. And there is something here she's speaking to. There's a message to there's a message to a man, either your dad, her husband, or a son. And it's really a message of celebration, of abundance, And I feel like for everybody, it's like she can really, she's really in celebration of like job well done, and almost to the point where it's like really inviting all of you to be honoring how well all of you have done. Like it's and that she even potentially is opening a gateway to be able to take your to take the bounty of who you all have cultivated yourselves to be and to really share that with the world. And I feel like she's really, if you're not feeling that yet, I feel like she's really opening this possibility for you. I'm going to pull a few more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So listen, there's going to be little ways that she's going to communicate with you. And for one, I feel like in your rest time, in your dream time, when you allow yourself, we've got 2 4s here. So there's really something about she's communicating to really stand strong in the foundation that you've built, and that is going to take you in a really beautiful direction, but don't rush it. It's like it's going to be a slow and steady building. Okay. Lastly, okay. Beautiful. So each of you possesses, and it's interesting because I'm speaking to your beloveds and her family, and so not necessarily just directly to you, but there's going to be periods of time where you may be distracted from your own innate wisdom. And she's saying, always come back to you knowing how magical you are. And that she has instilled this light in you, this light that shines like this sun, this shining light. She's been the beacon for you that's instilled that in you. And don't be thrown off by the challenges of the world or any messiness that you feel in life. Oh, I feel like she's assisting me in my newfound mediumship. Absolutely. Absolutely. Like going in, she's going to support you in guiding you, being that inner light, guiding you into your full potential. Like you've got the tools to do it all. And don't be afraid to take some time to rest during this journey. If you feel tired, if you feel wiped out at all, that is just a part of the process to set you up for the deeper work. For the deeper work. Beautiful. I hope that answers your question. If you would like to dive more into that, let me know. It's so beautiful to see her light coming through. Aw, you're so welcome. Thank you for starting us off in such a heart-centered space. I really appreciate that. Greetings, greetings. My dad's unlit pipe tobacco is his signature hello. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Right. And I was just speaking to this last night when Mom and I were taking a walk in the woods, and I was sharing something about my dad, and this huge owl swooped out over us. And I was remembering when I was on Coco's show on Friday that the dragonfly came and sat on her window, presented itself on her window pane when I was speaking to the loss of my dad and the initiatory experience of that. And this is This is a part of our karmic path here to learn love and loss and birth and death, right? The karmic cycles of our life. My dad's AB abs were definitely partners. He's still here, but missed her greatly. Aww. Well, thank you again for showing up and for sharing your questions with us. Now, I've gotten off from the comments here. I'm not certain about karma, but can't discount it either. Right? Fear, cowardice, not believing my own gut feelings are things that need to be addressed. Thank you, John, for sharing that. Now, this is an interesting one with intuition, right? And is our intuition and our gut feeling a part of our karmic selves, our past selves remembering, or our higher selves coming in and communicating with us when we need to notice something, when there's something to be aware of? Because maybe a higher self part of us has already done some of the karmic work for us and is able to give us that wisdom. Maybe it's past life parts of ourselves. This is something really interesting to consider. So let's pull on it because we're here to learn this together. And so what do we need to know about karma and our intuition and our gut feelings, right? And could our fear, cowardice, and self-doubt, could that stand in our way? What do we need to know about that? Okay. That's really interesting. And I'm sure that many of you, being humans, as am I, I've struggled with self-doubt, right? I've struggled with my fear coming in and overriding, I think, my higher wisdom, certainly my potential. And does that tie in with these karmic paths that we're on? Let's have a look at that. Okay. Oh, and I think that this ties into the self-worth stuff too. Okay. Oh, this is so lovely. This is so lovely. Look at that. Ooh, okay. Oh, I get excited. The excitement is overriding the nerves, so thank you. Gets me into the flow, gets me into the flow. Not easy facing my own cowardice. Okay, so look at this here. Because I feel like this question here, so what do we need to know about karma and how it is affecting these patterns of like doubt and fear and cowardice that comes in. And actually, I feel like this is telling us that we have a lot more ability to manifest our dreams and to work with our highest timeline and our good karma to really, really actually have our dreams fulfilled. Okay. And so therefore, the invitation here is to actually become really emotionally aware, self-aware. And when those messengers of fear and self-doubt, of self-criticism come in, it's not that we are, it's not that we're cowards. It's not that we've done something bad. It's that we have an invitation for healing, and we have an invitation to actually begin to think of ourselves in a different way. We have an invitation to rewrite those fears. This fellow, I always say, is like the invite for like a higher frequency thought frame to come in. And when it comes in, when this King of Cups is aspected like that, it's like, can we heal our hearts by also rewiring our narratives in our mind? And I'm going to get to where those narratives come from in the center, but I feel like, whoa, we actually have real power to work with our good karmic bodies to call in our greatest potential as light beings, like our greatest potential as light beings. And we've been really put through the paces here. We've been really put through the paces. And we've also, we are in the chaotic node. As we know, we've been in the Kali Yuga. And it's been, I feel like this, when the Five of Pentacles comes up, this is the karmic, I call it, or the collective karmic wound, I feel like, around that which feeds the self-doubt is the insecurity and the fear around scarcity, lack. Like, if you are not the greatest parts of yourself, can you succeed? Are you able to move beyond those scarcity and lack mindsets and the self-doubt and the fear that feeds that, right? So that's where we're in right now. And so when these things come up, when these narratives come up, it's an opportunity for us to go, oh, is there a part of me that's needing to be cared for here? Is there a part of me that's needing to be healed? And it's not going to happen all at once. I understand our weakness is to become something different, perhaps better. And better is an interesting one, right? I feel like we're being invited here. This, I love when the Six of Wands comes up, because he's pretty slow, steady. He's the victory card, and he's the little wins, and he's the baby steps along the way, right? And this fellow is also really sort of like baby steps. He's getting out there. He's taking a new adventure. He's going in a new direction. And so we have the invitation here to, when these doubts come in, when these fear patterns come in, how can we come into our hearts? How can we come into getting curious in ourselves? And how can we start to rewrite those narratives? An example of this is, I was actually working on this morning. When fear comes in, it can speak to a lot of different things. As you said there, fear could speak to, like, say, a lack of confidence. Fear could speak to shame. It could come in a lot of different ways, right? Fear around money. And so it's like acknowledging the fear, acknowledging that this is coming in, bringing that into the body and being like, oh, what am I meant to learn from this? Before I go into fixing it, before I go into just trying to override it or trying to fix it and trying to banish my fear, what do I have to learn from it? And what are these baby steps that I can take to turn this fear into my greatest potential? Whoa, right? And our greatest potential is looking bright, especially when we can support each other in taking these journeys together, in not being thrown off by each other's fears, because one person's fear can certainly light up your own and bring your own stuff to the surface here, right? Okay, I had a light bulb moment during Coco's last show with Crystal concerning karma. Before that, for some reason, I just focused on the negative aspects of karma. Karma can be fabulous too. Yes, right. And I think I talked about it in the last show as well. And forgive me because I watched a podcast with this beautiful East Indian elder. Yeah, you're so welcome, John. This beautiful East Indian elder woman that was speaking to karma, and that we look at it as good and bad karma because it helps us to sort of categorize it in a way so that we don't get so overwhelmed in all of it. But out in the universe, in the great spectrum, in the beyond, it's all just karma. And so we therefore can, instead of focusing so much on the good and the bad, we can focus on almost coming into the neutral aspects first and go, karma is something that is going to come at us in all of these different ways, and it's going to be something to continue to get curious about. She also said that karma was something to come into continuous surrender and flow with. And so if bad karma feels like it keeps knocking at your door, is it an invitation for us to come into more surrender and more flow and more curiosity and let go of some of that control? Ooh, I get chills when I say it. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, right? Now, I feel like this could be, where are we? Yep, I was feeling the halfway mark coming up. I'm going to go into some of the good news stories while we're on the premise of good karma. I'm going to go into the good news stories, and then we'll get to some more questions after. So let me pop on over here. This first story is, I'm going to start with actually speaking to that both stories that I have to share today are about youth. And, oh, what happened there? What did I do? Bear with me, y'all. There we go. And that there are all of these incredible beings that are coming in. And there are some that say that actually they're coming in without necessarily karmic bodies, that we have actually begun to transcend beyond them. And so their consciousness is so high and fast moving that they're doing these things that are like, whoa, this is beyond, right? We're in this entirely new time, this Aquarian age, and they're really beginning to do these miraculous things. Now, this may not seem miraculous, but these two 10-year-old girls defeated chess grandmasters on separate continents, hours apart. Two 10-year-old girls. Isn't that incredible? At the 2025 British Chess Championships in Liverpool, England, earlier this month, right? Two 10-year-old girls again, Bodina Savina, and beat a 60-year-old grandmaster. Wow. And this other beautiful girl, 10-year-old Kaya Jahai, beat American Grandmaster Brian Smith. And these girls have only been playing since the pandemic. So, wow, how incredible is that to see these two girls that talk about karmic connections, whether these beings are soul tied or they have tuned in with a frequency of mastery around strategy and around who knows, right? What is even happening here that it brings in this level of intelligence to be able to beat these grandmasters that are in their 60s and been playing for Lord knows how long, decades. So that in its own is just fascinating to me, right? To be able to take that on, and just even more fascinating, hours apart, not like within the same month, but hours apart. So we just have, it's such a mystery. The karmic connections there, right? The soul connection. Yeah, smart kids. We should give them a show on strategic thinking on Beyond Mystic. Well, and this is the thing that I have also been intuiting. Thank you for that point, because I've been saying this a lot lately, that these children, I feel like there's been this real sort of upswing in distracting children away from their power that's coming in through some of these devices, and through stimulation overload, and yet and through also these narratives of, oh, you're all ADHD and you all have anxiety and you're all overwhelmed, and I'm like, I feel like it's time for us to really start praising these beings that are not even just the young ones, but the teenagers that feel like they don't have, like the world is a scary place to step into. I feel like empowering them and starting to show them how brilliant they are and beginning to really give them a voice. I think we're going to really start to see how much wisdom they've come in with when they are not so distracted from themselves and fed so much of a narrative. That's my 2 cents. Let's move it on to the next one here. Okay. This is also so fascinating. Canadian, French Canadian at that, teen boy discovers potential lost Mayan city using star maps. You guys, this one was really exciting to me, because on this channel, right, we speak to so much about astrology and looking to the stars. Let me dive into this one with you. 15 years old boy, fascinated by Mayan culture, noticed that many Mayan cities aligned with star constellations. Now, I have a little video to share with you about this. So amazingly, he found a hidden Mayan city through seeing that a third constellation didn't, 2 constellations lined up, and then the third one was missing. So let's have a look. I've got this video tuned up for y'all.
While testing his theory, he discovered there was one.
Let me make sure this is going to be loud enough and that everyone can
One place
see it.
missing from the map that would have completed the triangle on the Orion constellation.
Can we hear that,
It lacked
y'all?
the star of safe that would be represented by a sight, but there was nothing. So I thought, is it me who's not found the right place? Is it somewhere else?
From his bedroom, he scanned satellite images online, and this is where he made his breakthrough.
I searched with Google Earth and I found a few signs that really convinced me that there's a Mayan site.
Soon after, satellite observations from the Canadian Space Agency seemed to confirm what William believes. While he's not yet sure he's found El Dorado, this aspiring archaeologist is hoping for the chance to travel to the site himself to see if he's right.
Right. Wow. Amazing. Like that these, a 15-year-old boy that was interested in astronomy and happened to overlay constellations over the Mayan maps of Mayan cities and notice how they aligned with the constellations, and how like one was potentially missing, and enough to follow through with getting these people, to these archaeologists, to go out and discover that in truth, myth is not a myth, right? So it gives me so much hope. And I feel like that's what these good news stories are here for. We are all in need of continuous doses of hope, and to see that there is goodness happening in the world. And we know it. We know it. We're experiencing it on the daily, with little miracles and little wins and synchronicities. Aha, right? I also think it's so cool that humanity is waking up to the fact that young people are teachers too. And we're all teachers to each other. We're all teachers to each other. And gosh, do we ever learn? I mean, what was that show? Kids say the darndest things or whatever. They really do. I mean, because what I love about them is that they're not filtered yet. And you can see as we get older, we start to be filtered from the lenses of the perspective of our experiences. And that, yes, gives us wisdom. And it gives us some, I think, probably deeper powers of discernment. And yet it also clouds our natural enthusiasm and some of our curiosity. Do we have karmic contracts with our animals? My dog passed away in July, and I was wondering if she had, and I had a karmic contract. Beautiful. Yeah, thank you. I love pulling on animals as well. Thank you, Coco, for pulling my screen up. Bless you for being in the background. And actually, if we could have my cards be the full, the bigger, she's on it. Okay, this connection that we have between animals, ancient, right? The cards are alive. This lovely lady's popped out. She is really highly intelligent. She is, of course, our boundary queen. And with this, in relation to the question that you asked there, I feel like we are able to communicate with animals a lot more than we know. And so they have a lot of intelligence to share with us. And you know, I feel like we do, those of us that are animal enthusiasts, of course, we do honor, and you can see that, right? Spending time with these beloveds of ours, that you certainly create your own language together. Okay, I'm going to just take a moment. Tune in with these karmic contracts. Thank you, Lisa, for your question. Okay, right off the bat, the yes card. Beautiful. Thank you for the clarity, right? So yes, we have karmic contracts with our animals. And we're also going to look at you and your pup having karmic contract. Aww. How lovely. Okay. Two aces. So what I would say to that is that yes, the contracts, and yes, I do. It does sound like you and your dog did have a contract together, and I feel like that's not actually done. It feels like to me with the two aces, you know, they're not tens, so they're not completion, they're beginnings. And so I feel like your dog may actually even come in as in another dynamic for you. So there may be some karmic contracts in that way that come back to be revisited, and also in a way that this is a gift as well, so that Okay. Interesting. I just heard something. Your pup might be helping you. I don't know where you're at with relationship, but your pup might be helping you call in love, and call in more. I want to say more celebration and more play. And there's something about like your pup, your dog communicating that it really wants you to be getting out there and connecting with people, and to like, I'm not sure, oh, I missed that one, when your dog passed away in July. Yeah, I feel like over the next couple years, you're going to be really assisted by your dog in terms of helping you out, for one, financially, for two, I feel like with love, and even total, she wasn't ready to go because she hadn't fulfilled her contract. Oh, bless you, my dear. Oh, I got full body chills, right? She's doing work. She's doing work. At first, particularly over this next year, to really bring celebration into your life, something to do with children, and something to do with like either having children or grandchildren, something to do with that, and certainly something to do with love and bringing abundance into your life. So, whoa, she's like working on some beautiful things with you from the other side. What a gift. Thank you for asking. And for us to see that for those of us who have lost animals, who have had these powerful connections with them, just like our loved ones, just like our human family, that connection goes beyond the 3D, and that connection goes into the afterlife and beyond as well. How beautiful to see. Thank you so much for that question. Ah, yeah. Why am I struggling financially? I had fraudulent activity with my bank account. Joy overcharging me. I feel like I'm being attacked. Okay. My apologies that you've been going through that. Why am I struggling financially? Let's start with that. And we can look at the logistics of how to navigate it. Okay. Man, the struggle is real, ain't it? The struggle is real. Okay. I'll get to that after. That one wanted to stick around here. Girl. 2 9s off the bat. Okay. I'm going to say that this is exciting because I see it might even be a little bit hard to hear, but these are good cards. So you're asking why you're struggling financially. You are being invited into a deeper sense of your own power and your own value. The struggle has actually been to push you into considering how you navigate financially. This little fellow came out off to the side there. So I'd say this is about habits and routines. So this fella is saying, your struggles are showing you where there may be some cracks in your armor, and that these things are being invited to get sort of to develop a different relationship with money, with a resource, with power around it. I don't know. There's like, this is kind of like a threefold thing. I'm not sure who you have helping you, but it seems like there's either the potential of a partner to help you or somebody to come in that is going to be able to assist you in this. And so this is teamwork. This is partnership. Something to do with your mama. And also, I mean, look at these two potent female powerful cards. You're being invited to get creative, to think outside the box, you got 2 3s. So you're looking bigger here and getting curious about this is not the whole truth of your reality. It is just the beginning. And interesting, where she's covered up right here, we only have the 3 pentacles out. So I feel like you're only actually really seeing like 30% of your financial potential or 30% of the whole picture. And that over the next few years, over the next 3 years, you're going to be actually stepping into a lot more sovereign financial power. So these are great cards to get around this. And there's something here to do with your mom. Let me have a look at that. Okay. There may be the potential for like a trip. Okay. A trip or an investor, somebody that can help you out financially. I mean, goodness. It's so interesting for me to pull cards in terms of answering questions because I get so curious. I'm like, is what I'm saying making sense? And does, if I could ask you, right, about your love connection, are you in partnership? Do you have somebody in that way that can help you with this? Is your mom around? What is the dynamic like with her? Or is this something to do with you stepping into your power in motherhood and your power of this financial reality is not just for you, but potentially for the legacy that you leave. So you're actually being invited to think bigger, think more long-term, and you have a lot of beautiful success in your future with this. So I wish you all the very best. And on that note, I'm going to, where did my slide sharing go? Oh dear, Coco, I've lost my slide share screen. I'm going to bring it back. Share. Yeah, there we go. Just as a reminder, here we go. I'm talking about this latest promotion that's on Beyond Mystic. Carla at Ascension Organites is so generously offering us the ability to double our power with this sale. So spend $100 or more and get any beginner series pyramid for free. And I don't know if you all, please be sure to check out the As Above, So Below show this afternoon, coming right up here. And that is in the next hour. So please be sure to tune on to that and not to miss Meg, and I call her Mom, but Shella Yardley, as you know. And I love tuning into those as well. It sets me up for the week, as well as Mom's astro, as well as Mom's forecast show. Crystal rocks, pun intended. Love it. Thank you. Oh, you guys, thank you so much. And please be sure, as I said, to like, share, and subscribe. Check out the Beyond Mystic YouTube and Rumble channels. Thank you, Coco, for backing me up on the screens here. And tune in with me weekly, Tuesdays. You know where to find me, the new Beyond Karma show, where I can answer some of your questions, share some good news with y'all. Thank you so much for being here. It's so lovely. And I look forward to continuing to get into the flow with all of you, and for tuning in with your wisdom, the wisdom of the world, the thank you. Oh, that teared me up. My goodness, the wisdom of all of you, the wisdom of the world, and the wisdom of our karma. We're learning about this together, and I love that we're on this ride. So for the last couple of minutes here, hi, Crystal, what do your cards say about 3i Atlas? You know what? I'm going to do some more tuning into this question popped up here. I'm going to do some more tuning into 3i Atlas, and I actually encourage you to check out this last show streamed yesterday on YouTube and Rumble, the Wacky Woo show, where JC talks with Dick Allergray here about 3i Atlas and about much more. So they're going to have some excellent information to share on that. I started watching that this afternoon as well. And then thank you. And then I'd love to answer some more questions once I tune in further and have some more wisdom. Coco, you want to share a blip there?
Again, welcome to this evening's Wacky Woo. With me tonight is the one and only Mr. Dick Allgaier. You can find him on his new website at ffgrv.com, and you can find his work also here on YouTube at Future Forecasting Group. Mr. Allgaier, Dick, welcome back to the show. How are you?
I'm great, Jean-Claude. Always great to do a segment with you. Before we launched, Jean.
There you have it, the Wacky Woo show. And a great conversation, as I said. What an awesome fellow too, Dick. There, he is quirky and brilliant, brings a lot of wisdom to it. And thank you, everyone, for your encouragement here. Great show. Aww. Thank you so much. And until next week, it has been a blast. I love sharing this time with you, and I look forward to see how the show continues to grow. And if you have any suggestions, anything you want to hear, I will be sharing with you. We are putting together, as JC shared in the beginning, a platform or somewhere where you can also share your good news stories in your community that you would like us to look at and to share. This is what I'm here for. I really just want to come into celebration of all the good that we're doing. You know, when life gives you lemons, we make lemonade. And so let's have a look at how many out there are doing so. With that being said, blessings to you all. And Lakeside Laura has a question. Well, let's have a look. Did I miss it? Lakeside Laura has a question. I love that show, Crystal. Thanks you. Aw, thank you all. I didn't see Lakeside Laura's question. Let me double check it to see. Nope. I was at my cousin's funeral. There was a jock feather right on my car. I knew my cousin wanted to give this to his mom. Oh, beautiful. Well, bring it to the next show, y'all. Bring it to the next show, y'all, and I will be happy to answer all of your questions, as many as I can get to. And thank you for bringing in your wisdom. Until next time, have a beautiful week, everyone, and enjoy the As Above, So Below show coming up next. See y'all soon. See y'all next week.